fact, let's do it like this. We'll say bridge edges. Oh, I need another loop in here. First, second. Okay, now I can insert one here. And then bridge. First, second, first, second. Okay, that gives me a much nicer shape for what I need. I have a question. If I make a high resolution model in ZBrush, what's the best way to paint it? I would just use poly paint. You can do so much with poly paint, and if you look at most of the other ZBrush artists that are like really big out there, like Rafael Grassetti, or you get oh my goodness, I'm blanking on names. Maria Paniflova. She is awesome, and like those are two amazing examples that each of them use just poly paint, just color inside of ZBrush. I mean, you'll see people have like different methods, or have different different workflows, however it is, but for me, I know that I just use ZBrush. And I use that to be able to get rough textures. If I'm taking it over into Substance Painter to get clean textures, it's a great way for me to be able to get a colored base, or to be able to create an ID map or something like that. It's also just a great way to be able to kind of visualize what my end product might look like. Excuse me. So yeah, super helpful. Say extrude. Let's see if we can get some good results out of this. Because I mean, this is part auto topology, and so it's kind of messy, but yeah, it's still usable. So we're going to take this. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn on transparency so we can see what we're doing. Pull this over. Pull this over, and then we'll pull this to here. Maybe. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see kind of how this plays out. We might get to a point where it's like we just decide that it just isn't quite working. ZBrush can be enough. I'm trying to really control certain shapes, and I do use ZBrush actually quite a bit. And this was a ZBrush model. This part of the clothing was. I just wanted to kind of control it a little bit better. I needed to make different shapes. Yeah, almost. Maybe another 20 minutes. Let's do something like this. think it's crashing. Please don't crash on me. Oh my goodness, come on, come on, come on. You're not doing something complicated. You're doing something simple. You shouldn't be crashing. Just happened on your computer too. Bummer. Yeah, it auto-saved just a minute ago. So hopefully we'll be all right. Have what we need. Yeah. Let's save that. Because I ain't gonna lose this. Ah, such a mess. Okay, so we're gonna take that out. Maybe we'll take that out too. Snap to surface. Ah. At least I don't have to worry about fixing it. Come here, you. Dang it. Here we go. We're just going to do this. We're going to take this. We're just going to move it slightly off center. Mirror and Weld will go ahead and fix that and just take it out for us. It's got to make sure that I don't have any other weird welding points in here. It looks like we're good. Okay, we'll call that good for now. So we're just going to take this, snap that down, take that, snap that down, take this, and just kind of pull it over a little bit. Cozy it out a little bit. And let's extrude. Let's say snap to surface. Where is snap to surface? Cool. Okay, so this should be set up now for some level of success. Okay, so I need one. Let me see. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to say insert single edge loop, extrude, build that out, snap it in. Okay. So I have 2 points right here that I need to be able to bridge up to 3. So how do I want to do that? I want to... Let's do this. I'm going to say delete. Let's get rid of those. And then we'll have these kind of go up instead of... So I'm going to need 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we can say extrude here. And we can say extrude here. Then we can say extrude here. Maybe. There we go. Not the most beautiful topology, but I mean, it'll be something that we can fix at some other point if we decide we want to. It's way too strong. Okay, let's bring these points down. And then I'm just going to use my bridge, or like extrude there, and then we'll go ahead and we'll use extrude here. There we go. So not perfect, but I mean, it's functional. Yeah, I mean, it really kind of just drives me nuts the way that this worked out. So I think if I were to go through and do this again, oh, you know what? Easy fix. Easy fix. Let's do this. Delete a poly. We're going to go ahead. We're going to say insert single edge loop here and here, and we're just going to bridge right here. And this is much cleaner. I don't have to worry about weird edge flows. It's all going in a nice uniform direction. Okay, very clean. You only have that one 5-pointed star right there, and then everything else is just grid. It's like the things that you don't see until after you've done it. That'll probably be fine. This will be great. Okay, let's pull this out so that it's on the surface. So let's turn off transparency. I need to make sure that this is going over enough. So we're going to do this. We're going to go with Z model. Let's hit save since we don't want to lose this. Some kind of visual ASMR. Okay. Take this and we're going to say extrude. Okay, I think I got that to snap, but just in case, I'm just going to snap it just to make sure. bring this down and over. Hey, Dark Knight. I'll only be on for like another 8 minutes, just to anybody who's just now getting here. Um, but yeah, having fun. How are you doing? Talking earlier in the stream about the Disney layoffs and how terrible that is. It's like I wasn't part of those layoffs. I was actually let go back when things were getting bad overseas, but my projects got all canceled back in February. Um, so just kind of a pain. Let's go ahead. Let's delete a little bit of this. Let me see. Let's take this, move that down, move that down, move that down. Bring these points into the center and just let them click. Just let it click. Oh, that's so satisfying. Let it click. Okay, I don't necessarily need to finish building out this particular piece, so I might just call it good for right now. Yeah, I mean it's that part's going to be covered up. Always yes. Let's turn on the thickness. Actually, let's dynamic micropoly is what we want. Okay, so you can see how it's filling in the surface really nicely with this mesh detail. I love this feature. I love this feature. Such a simple thing, and adds so much texture and so much interest. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, and so this is meant to be kind of like a chainmail, but not quite. In fact, I need to go through and kind of repaint her body so that she's not all. Well, in fact, that might need to just stay where it is. That's fine. But yeah, anywhere where the green mesh covers, it doesn't really necessarily have to be outside of the body. Let's go ahead and turn the green back on. Cool. So I can see right here where it's like it needs to be pulled out a little bit further just so that it doesn't create sort of like the conflicts with the breasts and whatnot, make it so that it works nicely. Yeah, so this is supposed to be kind of like some sort of mesh, some sort of mail that helps to protect her. back the arms. Let's bring back the gloves. And then I will probably also like add to this layer. I don't know. I might leave this just as painting. War Mononoke. That's funny. Oh, Monokini. I see what you're saying. Oops. Turn off the Z ad. But then I might also go ahead and add some more of that mesh here to the arms. And the arms are probably going to be a lot simpler to do from the standpoint that I can easily just go through and say, let's say mask lasso. Just do this, Control W, and then we'll just go ahead and select that and make sure that that's what's masked. Okay. And then we can come up to subtool, go down to not project, I want extract. Let's give it some thickness. Actually, no, we do want 0 thickness. We'll say accept. And so now we have this piece where we can also go ahead and say geometry, ZRemesher, and we're going to bring this all the way down, turn off adapt and hold alt and hit ZRemesher. And this should give us some decent topology for just like, you know, simple mesh. I left you doing retopo and now you have all that. How that is a lot lower than I want. Let's change this up to like 1000 or something. Same thing. So a lot of what I have, I don't know what you saw, Mr. Dr. Pixels. But yeah, a lot of what I have done during this time has been really primarily just, oh here, let's change the material to this. MRGB, color, fill object. I may need to down resolutionize this. Let's get rid of the caps. But yeah, a lot of what I am trying to accomplish with my topology in this particular project is kind of a sense of cleanliness for the clothing meshes. That's really it. It's the main idea of what it is that I'm trying to accomplish here. We'll call that good. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to go Dynamesh, or Dynamic rather, and I want to use that same piece that I'm using for everything else. So what we're going to do is we got to kind of inflate this out a little bit so that it's on the surface. In fact, maybe what I do instead of trying to use my move brush to do this, let's just use the deformation. Let's hit inflate. Except for down here. Let's go ahead and deflate that. And then we'll do some refinement. And just kind of pulling it out in areas where it's still going through the arm. Now, one of the things that's tricky, I want to make sure that this kind of reads about the same shape or the same size of details as the other piece. And so in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and, well, first off, I got to check and make sure that I'm using the right piece. Let me see, geometry. What was that one called? It is a different piece though, so it's that twisty looking one. There we go, not twist. It already feels better. So that's all right. I mean, we'll see about what we if we like it or not later. Let's see. Go ahead and hit C to be able to get that. Let's go ahead and drag on to get the color, the material as well. Let's go back over. Let's grab our standard brush. Yeah, MRGB. And let's bring back our little lady here. And let's unmask it so we can actually get to it and access it. Like, good grief. It's like, why won't it let me? It's like, because I have it masked. Duh. Okay. Not MN. Okay, here in just a second we'll go ahead and bring back those little front chest wing pieces and then turn on the helmet. Oh, let's turn on the other piece of the hair too. Let's turn on that ponytail. There we go. Let's see. This is a piece I want on. Let's go ahead, we'll title this wings in here in a second. Let's see. Chest wings. I didn't like that piece, so we'll probably end up getting rid of it. And then we'll call this clothing trim. And this will be kind of more of a preliminary piece. You know, this is kind of just testing the look. And I like how it looks, so so it's going to be, you know, it's going to be helpful having that trim on there. Let's get the stars on, the belt's on, and then let's turn on the helmet. Okay, she's coming along. she's coming along. She's got a ways to go, but she's coming along. I did go a little bit longer than I told my wife I would. So I will be jumping off here. But thank you so much for coming and having fun and chatting with me for a little bit. Just to kind of get a little bit more perspective, I guess, on what the project is looking like so far. Let's go ahead. I'm going to hit let's get that in there, and then we'll come in here. We'll just hit a quick render just to be able to show what what it's looking like with the transparency of the it's not really showing through right now. Wonder why. Let me check this again real quick, because this should be interesting. It's really interesting. Oh well. Let's go ahead and I will take. Let's hit Shift S just to be able to kind of keep it there. Oh, it's not going to. Okay, we'll just go ahead and we'll do this. Turn off the visor piece. To turn off diffuse in the materials tab. Let's check it. Let me see. No, it'd be under preferences. And then I thought there was a render option on here. Maybe there isn't. Is it under geometry? No, maybe it's just under render. BPR transparency. Yeah, let's go back to this visor piece. Let's rename it. Display properties. Okay, that's looking good. Performance, not performance, sorry. What am I looking for? Render. BPR, render properties. It's weird to me that this isn't showing up. I thought that for sure that would be on. There we go, transparent. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit this again. There we go. Now it's working. So let's go ahead and we'll grab that. We'll zoom in. Come on, you. And granted, this is going to be like something I'd have to like composite in or whatever, but yeah, it's starting to come along, starting to work. So we'll call that good for now. We'll call that good for now. Save out Johara, and yeah, I mean, I may or may not finish this on stream. I think we're probably going to do something more Halloween themed next time I do live stream for Pixologic. But yeah, I mean, this has been a fun project to work on so far, and I'll definitely finish her. So yeah, thanks for coming, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you